All right, good evening, everyone. I am Misty, and this is Dinner on a Dime, and we are back in the kitchen. And behind me is Axton. He's wanting to help cook dinner tonight. So tonight I got inspired by an ingredient I've had hanging out in my freezer for a while, and I wanted to make one of my daughter's favorites that she would get at a food truck show or anytime there's food trucks available. So the ingredient that I got was, you can see, it was a special, it was marked down, is this Dickey's already seasoned, already smoked pulled pork, okay? This one I got at Brookshire's. There's the reduced sticker. Originally $6.99. It was a 40% off savings for $4.19. It's a little less than a pound, but it is going to be plenty of meat for what we're making for dinner tonight. Now, I have had this bottle of barbecue sauce open for a hot minute in the fridge for $1.99. Kinder's barbecue sauce. This Kinder's barbecue sauce Gold is delicious. It is one of the best barbecue sauces I've ever had. So we are going to use this at the end just as a drizzle. You'll see what we're making here in just a minute. All right, we are making, put all of this together here, pulled pork mac and cheese bowls, okay? So package of elbow pasta came from Dollar Tree, $1. We're using half of the box. This recipe, ooh, we got some loud thunder here tonight, is typically an easy homemade mac and cheese recipe. It is the 666 method, 6 ounces of mac and cheese, 6 ounces of evaporated milk, and 6 ounces of your favorite cheese. And then you use salt, pepper, garlic salt, salt, to taste. You can use whatever seasonings you like in your mac and cheese. I may doctor it up a little extra tonight. We might put a little Cajun seasoning in it. We'll see how it tastes when it's ready and where we doctor it from. Because I'm not doing 666 tonight, I am doing 12 full ounces of this and then a whole block of cheese. Sorry guys, my husband was walking through. I didn't want him to be caught off guard. So I'm gonna use 8 ounces of this because it's a 12-ounce can of the evaporated milk. These I got on sale at Brookshire's for 25 cents a can. It made absolutely no sense because these are well within their expiration date of July 27th of 26, and I don't know why. They were a quarter, but they look great. They don't smell funny or anything, so cool, no problem. $1.97 for the block of cheese. Not the best price, but it's okay. So we're gonna use the entire 8 ounces of this. We're gonna use 8 ounces of this. We're gonna use 8 ounces of this. We're gonna turn it into the 888 instead of the 666 method. 666 just isn't a great number anyways, right? All right, so I'm gonna move you around per the usual. Bring you over. Whoop, I'm gonna kick you around per the usual, apparently. And we will get started on making our stovetop mac and cheese. This is not gonna have to be baked. All this is, again, the 8 ounces of pasta, and it is just enough cold water to cover all of the pasta. We are going to cook it and let that pasta absorb that water, okay? That is the goal here. I do need to add a little touch of salt. I haven't done that yet to my pasta. Hold on, just a second. I'm going to add just a little touch of salt to our pasta. And then we're just gonna get that started to heating through until it boils and starts to soften the noodles and absorb that pasta water. We are not going to drain this. Once we are done cooking our noodles, we are going to leave any excess water in it. It is going to be part of our sauce, okay? So I'm gonna bring over my cheese and my evaporated milk. Now, I would not wanna use the pre-shredded cheese on this. It does not melt as well as freshly shredded cheese, and the reason for that is they do coat that cheese when they shred it, and so it just changes it a little bit. It doesn't melt as beautifully as if you're using fresh cheese. So that's why we are using the block cheese tonight instead of the other. All right, so the next thing I need to get going here while I'm working on that is start heating up our pulled pork. So I think I'm just gonna warm the oven. I'm not sure warm and hold's gonna get hot enough fast enough, so you know what, I'm just gonna turn the oven on and we're gonna it that way.
Oh, you're over here.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put the pulled pork into a pan because when the mac and cheese is done, I may just stir the pulled pork into it, or I may top it on the mac and cheese. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see what Misty feels like when we get to that step in the process. Right, Addison?
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. Because whose kitchen is it?
My mom's?
Your mom's, that's me. So it's my rules, right?
Yeah.
What I say goes in the kitchen? Yep. What I say goes.
I think Dad. I think
Dad? Mm.
Dad and you.
I was gonna say, how much does Dad cook in the kitchen?
One.
Not very much. Not very much.
Pizza.
He can cook a frozen pizza. You're right. Forgive me. My
And
husband
hot
can
dogs and
cook a
burgers.
frozen pizza. But you don't cook that in here. Goofy.
So, it's close to the kitchen.
So all I'm doing is, instead of leaving all of this pulled pork in one big glob, I am just breaking it down across the pan. And again, I'm just wanting to heat this through in the oven. I'm not trying to cook it because it's already cooked. But what I'm gonna do is, until the oven heats up a little bit, I'll leave it set to 400. It'll start heating this through. Then I am going to change it over to hold, just to warm and hold. And that way it'll keep it hot until we're done cooking it. So into the oven it's gonna go just like it is. Nothing fancy going on there. All right. So we're making our mac and cheese. Our water's getting close to boiling. Let's stir this around. All right. So I don't have a timer set. Let's see how long. So it says 10 to 12 minutes on our pasta. So once it gets boiling, I'll give it 12 minutes. That's not a problem. I already have the salt over here. I'm gonna grab the pepper. It's right behind you. There's the pepper. I have these cute little old style containers. The reason the salt is not in one is because we keep our Queen Bee's seasoning in there, which is a Cajun brand of seasoning that we like. And then I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna grab the garlic powder. And then, like I said, we're just gonna taste it, and depending on how it tastes, we'll decide if we need to add anything else to it or not. Our pasta is boiling over here, so that's a good sign. Doing exactly what we want it to do. So I'm gonna set a timer.
Get those cups quick.
Okay, it is raining outside, and my son set out 2 colored cups. One's orange and one's red, I think, and he was giving them a competition to see which one was gonna get full first. So we're doing a little bit of science this summer. We are also doing math. He is going into 5th grade, and he was real worried about introducing letters to math. I'm gonna sit down while we do this. And so we've been working on like A minus B equals C. A plus B equals C. And how do we work those problems? So once he gets good and comfortable with that, then we'll go with like, you know, some different ones. We've also been working on if you have plus plus equals plus, plus negative equals negative, negative plus equals negative, negative negative equals positive. So we've been working on some of that stuff. He is also not the strongest reader. And so he is doing a penny a page for reading this summer. As long as he finishes the entire book, he gets a penny a page for reading that book. And so he is on his 3rd book. And so he's saving that money for a pair of headphones at the end of the summer. So, all right, I'm just stirring this every once in a while until it gets done. Hi. Axe's not going to karate tonight because there's a bunch of storms in the area.
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep my vehicle inside. It is the time of year. We have had so many random hailstorms, haven't we, Axton?
Yes.
And some pretty big hailstorms. And so I don't really want my car out to have the hail damage. So it'll stay in the garage where it's nice and dry. This one will stay home for the night. And he'll have some delicious food.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it's funny. I told my daughter that tonight's dinner was inspired by her. And she's like, what do you mean? And I said, okay, what's the food you always get when we go to a food truck show? And she gets a big smile on her face and she's like, well, I don't know that I would do pulled pork mac and cheese again, but alligator bites. And I was like, alligator bites? Are we having alligator bites?
No.
No. So I told her, oh, sorry, you're gonna have pulled pork mac and cheese tonight. But she said she loves it. It's just that the last one she got was a lot of it, and so she didn't want to do that.
What's that?
So this is evaporated milk.
Ew.
Yeah, see? It's just a
Ew.
milk product.
I don't like it.
You don't like
Do
it?
you drink it?
No, you don't drink it. You cook with it.
Oh.
So it's gonna go in our mac and cheese.
Okay.
So I'm just still continuing to stir my noodles.
Hey, Mom, can I have some milk?
Do you hear this, kid? Now that I switched to the expensive milk, guess who's turned into a baby cow? Raise your hand. This one became my baby cow again. Yes, you can have some milk.
Okay.
So he's been doing really good. He's the one I told you is trying to eat healthier this summer. He calls me at work. So today he had a sandwich, an apple, and what else?
Not an apple.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have an apple. What'd you have? Sandwich and what?
Apple bar and an apple pie.
Okay, so he had a sandwich, an apple bar, which is still healthy, and then an apple pie, but they're little mini apple pies. They're not big ones.
The bologna is not good.
Okay, there's
Is it-
ham and turkey in there.
So I had ham.
Okay, so you had ham. Good. I'm glad you didn't eat it. Did you throw the rest of it away?
No.
No? Well, you can throw it away. If it's not good, let's throw it away.
Okay.
He's learning. This is his first summer to be home by himself some. Okay, that's been different for us because
I don't
he's-
like being told by myself.
he's home with my daughter until she goes to work, and so then he's home just a little while until me and Daddy get home. And
A
so
long
that's
time.
that's been different for him. He can call us at work and ask us questions and stuff like that. It's not a big deal. He can get a hold of us.
Big bubble.
And he knows the rules of what to do when we're not home. But he
See,
gets
look.
bored. Hey,
See
throw
all
it.
that?
Throw it in the trash, sir.
Okay.
Throw it away.
Okay.
But he gets bored and he doesn't like to be home by himself.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, All right, so we got about 7.5 minutes left to boil this pasta. I think right now I'm gonna stop the video right here. I could talk to you for another 7.5 minutes, but there's nothing exciting going on. We're just boiling pasta right now, right, Axton?
Yeah.
So we will come back as soon as the pasta is done boiling, when its timer's up. I'll show you the steps of adding everything. We'll taste test, we'll see what we think it's missing, what we want to add to it, and then we'll pull out the pulled pork and we'll make our pulled pork mac and cheese bowls. We'll show you how we're gonna do the barbecue sauce on them. Right, Axton? What do you think?
Good.
Am I missing anything?
No.
You don't know? Okay.
Oh, I have your drum thing. If y'all can be there. But,
If all of YouTube could come to Axton's drum show, he has a drum showcase on Friday.
yeah.
So I did forget to say, what are you always supposed to say in a YouTube video, Axton?
Like,
And
subscribe,
and
get the
what? The
notification.
notification bell. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, guys. You know the drill. We are increasing members on this channel by the day and increasing views on this channel, which is exciting. I think this is going to be a really good concept long term, and we'll just keep making exciting foods and delicious foods and keep cooking for under our $10 budget, because that's our goal, is to make delicious dinners every night for a family of 4 under or around $10, and show you guys how we're doing that. So in 2025, that's good to give people an idea of what it takes and what to do in order to do
That
that.
looks yummy.
It does look yummy, doesn't it? Because it's hard in this day and age. All right, so I'm actually not gonna shut this off, because one thing that I've learned is if your macaroni looks like it's gonna absorb all the water faster, then you should go ahead and be prepared to add your other ingredients. And we are pretty close to that point. So I think what we're gonna do is go ahead and add our other ingredients and then let it simmer in that sauce, okay, to finish cooking. So again, remember I said I was gonna use about 8 ounces of, as Axton knocks into me.
Sorry.
8 ounces of that. So I'm gonna add that into my bowl first. Get that stirred around. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
I'll grab the stuff for y'all.
Oops, I almost took the whole lid off of that salt. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it some salt.
Yes.
We're going to give
Not
it
the
some
whole
pepper.
one.
This is just regular pepper.
Okay.
We are going to give it some garlic powder. Now you may notice, Misty, you are not measuring anything. You are correct. I am seasoning with my heart and my knowledge of how I cook in my kitchen, and I suggest you do the same. Your food will be a lot more delicious if you learn to season with your heart. Right, Axel?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good already, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right, so
When
now
do we add this?
we're gonna put it in right now
Nice.
so that it can melt as we are finishing cooking the pasta.
Do you need to smash it?
Nope, you don't need to smash it, because guess what cheese does when it gets hot?
What?
What do you think? If we're
Melt.
using, I was gonna say, if we're using our science brain, what do we think happens, right?
Melt.
It's gonna melt, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stir this in, and we're gonna watch it melt
Can I stir it?
before you're very, yes, of course you can. Here, just make sure you keep stirring so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan.
Ah.
You're fine. And you can hold the handle. The handle's not hot. This is why you want to involve your kids in the kitchen, okay? We are using science, we are using learning, we are using life skills where he could make mac and cheese in the future for his own family. Right, Axton?
Yes.
You are doing an amazing job. Just keep doing that, and while you're doing that, I'm going to open up the oven, which is right below him, so he's going to step over to the side a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm going to stir up our pulled pork, because again,
Oh, that's what
I'm not wanting it to cook through. It's already cooked. I'm wanting it to heat through. That's it. It's not there yet. It's getting close. All right.
It smells very good.
Doesn't everything smell good?
I never tried this before, so.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, this mac and cheese smells delicious, and that pulled pork in the oven smells delicious. I think we may be on to a winner here, Axton.
Yay!
We'll see. I think we might be on a winner here. Oops, as I hit you in the face
Hey, you
with
did
my
it.
elbow.
You did it.
What was that? You better tell the people, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Turkey. All right, so we got about 3 more minutes before we can call this pasta cooked all the way. And then we will move it off the heat. We'll give it a couple of minutes for the sauce to thicken up. And then we're gonna taste test right next.
Yeah.
Because if we taste test, then we can see, does it need more salt? Does it need more pepper? Does it need more garlic? Does it need a hit of a little Cajun seasoning? What does it need?
I never tried this before,
Amazing.
so I'm gonna try it for once.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's ask Axton instead of me saying it. Is it good to be open to trying new foods?
Yes.
Yes. And out of all the times you've tried new foods, how many times have you not liked it? What percent do you think you didn't like? Did you not like 10% of the foods you've tried? Or 20%? What do you think?
Maybe like 10%.
10%. So 90% of the foods he has tried, he likes.
Yeah, I like a bunch, but not that much.
So what is a food you've tried that you didn't like?
Well, I haven't tried the cream corn, so.
I know, you haven't tried it, so you don't know about that, but
Hey,
I'm saying,
what else did I try before?
what's something you've tried that you didn't like?
I don't know.
Has there been anything that you didn't like?
No? I don't know.
All right, we are gonna move
Yay!
our mac and cheese over because I
Yay.
don't want the sauce to start sticking to the bottom of the pan. We're gonna give it another minute or so to where we stir it, and we're just letting the noodles continue to cook in the sauce. If you want to be the stirrer, now's a good time to do it. Don't put your hand on this side. If you're gonna hold on that side, because we just turned this burner off. You got that residual heat, okay?
All right, I'm just
It
gonna
doesn't
do this.
get cold that fast, okay? And while he is stirring, I'm going to get rid of the rest of our evaporated milk.
Okay.
Okay.
I never done this.
And Axton, I think you definitely should be our taste tester tonight
Yep.
on video.
I never
because
tried this.
You're the one who helped cook it. I think you should get to taste it.
All right. Well, should we both taste it?
We'll both taste it, but I think you should get the first bowl of it.
All right.
Right? Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a little taste test of our mac
That's
and
gonna be
cheese.
hot.
I was gonna see if I could pick this up and show you. Look at that mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look amazing?
Yeah.
So much better than the box stuff. I have no problem with the box stuff. Don't come at me. I love the box stuff. But we're also trying to do this from scratch, right? For under $10. We're trying to make homemade mac and cheese, you know, as part of our meal. So let me get yours so you can try it too. Okay. And it is thickening up rather nicely. It's not real runny or anything.
Pretty good.
I don't think that needs anything.
Yeah.
I don't think so. The garlic, the salt, and the pepper.
I think I need a little more pepper.
You can put some in your bowl,
Alright.
but I'm not going to put some in everybody's
Alright, cool.
because that's delicious. Oh my gosh.
Can I have a little more?
When we make the mac and cheese bowls. Yes.
Aww.
So all I'm doing is putting that on the warming burner. We're just going to keep it warm until our meat is ready. You can hear this one obviously wants more, so you know it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know. If Axton tries it and he goes like this, do it.
Blech.
You know he doesn't like it and it's not going to be his favorite. But what do you give that? If you were just ranking just the mac and cheese, what would you give it?
Probably an 8.
An 8? Because you want more pepper in yours.
Yeah.
He is a pepper kid. I am not gonna lie. I already know that. But this will be good for everybody. Because not everybody wants more pepper. Right? Sorry. Sorry, child. All right, we are gonna pause here. This is just gonna stay on the warming burner. We're gonna wait until our meat is heated through. We will come back and we will show you how we are going to assemble our pulled pork mac and cheese bowls. And Axton will taste test for us. Right, Axton?
Yep.
All right, it's only been a few minutes and we are back. Our pulled pork is heated all the way through. Our mac and cheese is nice and hot. I am fixing Axton's bowl so that he can be our taste tester.
I never tried it before.
He's never tried it. And you want more pepper on yours.
Yep.
So all I'm doing, there's the pepper. I'm just going to add another sprinkle of pepper.
And a little bit of salt.
No, you don't need salt.
Alright.
You don't need salt.
Okay, good.
We're going to put pulled pork on it.
That's good.
Yep. So mac and cheese, pulled pork. Okay. Then
Let's go.
we're gonna take our sauce.
No, I don't need that.
Oh, you're having it.
No.
Yes, this is a pulled pork mac and cheese bowl. That's what makes it delicious.
No.
A drizzle of the barbecue sauce. All right.
The first
Come over
tester.
here where they can see you. Don't touch the stove, okay?
Okay. Got a little bit of sauce and the barbecue. All that. Ready?
Yep. Go for it.
I think that's actually pretty good.
It's actually pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do I know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just add a little more pepper and that's it.
Just add a little more pepper, guys. If it's not to your liking, add a little more pepper.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So looks like we got a winner on our hands with this one, at least as far as Axton goes.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. All right. So there you go, guys. 10 out of 10. Homemade pulled pork mac and cheese bowls. So if you find that pulled pork on clearance at your store, don't sleep on it. Grab it, even if you add it to the freezer for a while. Mine's been in the freezer. I can't tell you how long, but tonight was the night, and tonight was a winner. So we will see you tomorrow night in the next video.
I'll have some
Bye.
more.